Everybody is a star. It don't matter who you are, no. Keep on reaching for your dreams, 'cause it ain't crazy as it seems.
BlazeBodyz! What's happening, everyone? Here we are again. No, I have not still been on the treadmill since 2 weeks ago when we were talking last, but I am here again, holding myself accountable, getting my cardio in, and thought I would do our segment once again here while I'm putting the work in, like the last video we were talking about. Listen, today I want to talk about the importance and absolute necessity of starting young. I've done videos before where I was talking about, you know, people pose the question, when is it too early or too late? Not too late, but how young can a young individual start working out? Because I have parents all the time who have their, 8, 9, 10-year-old, 11-year-old children, and they're either involved in sports, athletics, or they want to get them going on some exercise, because people of my generation, Generation X, we were brought up with hard work ethic, and then, as we've talked about many times before, about putting exercise as part of your life, not a hobby, something you're doing for fun. All those things will come as you implement them in life, but we were brought up with the, absolute necessity of exercise being in every aspect of our lives, and then that transcends into other things in life. It's so essential. So I get parents all the time coming to me, and to me as a trainer, there's no greater honor than when a parent bestows their trust in me to help their child. For me, it's extremely exciting. I've talked about it before, because, man, if I could go back in time, I've told you all before, I started really young at 9 years old, and you always get those questions that, they shouldn't be exercising till they're 15, 16. That's ridiculous. You have to get them at the right time, right before puberty, and their hormones start skyrocketing. You got to get them going, and then that just sets them up for success later on with their metabolisms, their muscular system, everything. It's only to their benefit. So here in this facility that I work in, I've had the amazing opportunity and honor of training some great young kids. I mean, since I've been working here, the youngest I've had is 11. I have 2 great 11-year-olds right now. They're both athletes. They're best friends. I train them at different days, different times. They both have their own different goals, but they're all getting ready for sports. So a lot of times I have the younger kids, the parents bring them to me in the off season while they're not involved in their athletics. So when they go back to their athletics, they're even in better shape. And it's more than just the physical. It's building their minds. It's building the way they look at things. It's showing them that so much harder they can push themselves, and that they should always try to push themselves harder and harder and be better and better. And all those things are just the foundation of them later on in life, because then they will go on to be more successful in the working environment, in their relationships, and everything that they do. You get them young, and you're building up their future through hard, aggressive, strategic exercise. And the most important thing I have to say is having someone believe in them and be encouraging and push them and be excited for when they accomplish new things. It's so good for them. So one of my absolute longest time and cherished clients, my friend Kevin, his daughter has asked me to help her and to get her son in shape. He will be the youngest of great athletes that I've had since I've been here, and I'm scheduled to start with him hopefully this week. His name is Graydon, and I know you're watching, Graydon. So all I can say to you, buddy, is get ready. We're gonna rock, man. So he's a great kid, and Kevin tells me that he's been watching all my videos and he's excited to get in shape, and he's been telling his friends that I'm gonna help him. That means a lot. It really, really does. And Graydon, if you are listening, thank you for that. We're gonna work together, you and I, buddy, and we're gonna get you the best you can be, bro. So that's that. Now, you know, just to wrap up this video, and what it's all about is really get your children involved. If it's, you know, it can be weight training. It can be, but it has to be it has to be supervised, it has to be organized in such a manner where it's not going to interfere with future growth and development. I mean, I've had kids, I mean, I'll just use myself as an example. I started really young. It never stunted my growth. It never impeded on any of my development. In fact, it corrected a lot of abnormalities I had growing up. I had severely bow-legged knees and issues, and I went on to be a powerlifter in the military. I was like the fastest kid in my school. It never stopped me. Weight training, exercise, all that only helped me. It made me an extremely excessive, compulsive, neurotic, super anxious person with everything in life. But that's how I like it, you know. So again, get your kids involved. If they're really, really young, you know, 7, 8, 9, get them in some sort of group, supervised group athletics, in a group type setting, a sport. And then at some point, I'd be very confident to say they could start 9, 10 years old with some supervised weight training incorporated with some agility. You know, probably mostly agility and some strength training, and as they both slowly build their muscle mass, incorporate more of a 50-50 mix. And as I've said to you all a million, thousand, gazillion times, even at the young ages of those individuals I speak of, nutrition is the absolute necessity for their growth and development. Because as they're about to go into a whirlwind of hormonal craziness at 9, 10, 11 years old, that's the most important time to make sure they're getting enough adequate protein, complex carbs, not sugar and crap. Stay away from the bad fats and sugar and the junk food and the grease. That's gonna stop their growth and development. So get them eating better, get them involved in sports or athletics. Even better, get them going with a trainer. If not with me, get them with someone, and make sure that trainer is pushing them, encouraging them, making them know that they can always do more. They can always be better. So I'm going to wrap it up with saying, Graydon, get ready, man. We're going to kick some butt. You and I, bro. All right, everyone. Hope you had a great Valentine's Day. Hopefully not too much Valentine's chocolate. Get to the gym and burn it off. Spring is coming, hopefully. And I'll talk to you all very soon. Thanks for stopping by once again.